do something dangerous, pass through, undergo, to pay the piper, to bear the cost, to put in cold storage, to neglect. A queer fish, a strange person, to pour oil on troubled waters, to pacify matters, a rainy day, a time of difficulty, a red letter day, lucky and important day, root and branch entirely, to run down, weak in health. A red rag to a bull, a cause of anger, rough and ready, unpolished manners, red tapism, official formality, round the corner, near, run through, waste, a rolling stone, one who is never constant to one's work, a royal road, an easy way to achieve an end, to smell a rat, to suspect something, sweat of one's brows, hard labor, to save one's skin, to accept without loss. To accept without loss. Snake in the shoes, to be in a state of fear. Soldier to soldier, in cooperation. It's soldier to soldier, in cooperation. See through, understand, safe and sound, safely, to stand on one's own legs, to be independent, to stick to one's guns, to stand firm, swelled head, pride, snake in the grass, a hidden enemy, to see eye to eye with, to agree, a sheet anchor, the chief support, to sail under false colors, to try to deceive, to see a thing through colored glasses, to see a thing with a prejudiced mind, snuff and nonsense, foolish, smooth sailing, no difficulty, spick and span, very neat and tidy, swan song, last great achievement of work, to sink fast, to grow worse and worse, to steal a march, to get advantage secretly, to stare in the face, to threaten, a stiff-necked person, an obstinate person, a shortcut, an easy way, to set one's face against, to oppose, to shut one's eyes to ignore, to step into another's shoes, to take another's place, a stone's throw, very near, to stir a finger, to make the best effort, to see red, to see with angry eyes, by the skins of one's teeth very narrowly, to sow the dragon's teeth, to do something, to sit on the fence, to remain neutral, street Arabs, homeless and parentless children, to speak one's mind, to speak frankly, a slow coach, a lazy person, to set at naught, to disregard, to turn a deaf ear to refuse to listen to, tooth and nail violently, throw thick and thin under the circumstances, to toe the line, to follow another's opinion, to turn one's head, to be proud, to turn turtle, to upset, to tremble in the balance, uncertain, to turn over a new leaf, a change for the better, to turn the corner, to pass the critical stage, to throw cold water on, to discourage. Talk of the town, a widespread topic, to throw dust in the eyes of, to deceive, to and fro, backwards and forwards, through and through, completely, time and tide, course of time and again, repeatedly, to my cost, through suffering, the 3 R's, reading, writing and arithmetic. Twinkling of an eye, very quickly, to take away one's breath, to surprise, true to one's salt, to be loyal to someone, a turning point, anything that brings change, a thorn in the flesh, to be a source of anger. Time hang heavy on one's hands, difficult to pass time, to throw down this gauntlet, to give an open challenge, under the thumb of, under the control of, up one's sleeves, in reserve, utopian scheme, a visionary scheme, a vexed question, a controversial question, ups and downs, good and bad times, up the mark, up to a certain standard, up and doing, active, an uphill task, a difficult work, a while away, to pass in amusement, with open arms, warmly and cordially, with a grain of salt, with some reservation, to win the palm, to win a prize, to worship the rising sun, to respect the man who is rising in power, to weather the storm, to come out safely through a difficulty, to wild up, to bring to an end, with one accord, with one voice, to win laurels, to achieve success, to be worth its weight in gold, to be very precious, wait upon, to serve, wide awake, watchful, a white lie, a harmless lie, a white elephant, an expensive, burdensome, but useless thing, wear and tear, decrease in value due to constant use, well-to-do, rich, a wet blanket, a dull fellow who spoils our joy. Ways and means. Ways and means, resources, why and where for, reason, a word of mouth, a Solomon promise, windfall, unexpected good fortune, wheels within wheels, complication, yeoman service, excellent, a warm reception, to service, to receive cordially, a cold-blooded murder, pitiless murder, to move heaven and earth, to go up to the extreme, to kill two birds with one stone, to accomplish two tasks in one attempt, Judas kiss, false love, black ox, misfortune, to be at the zenith of, to be at the highest point of fame, at death's door, about to die, donkey's ears, after a long time, eagle-eyed, keen-sighted, penny-wise, pound-foolish, to bother about small coins and to throw bundles of rupees carelessly. Penny-wise, foolish, pound means to bother about small coins and to throw bundles of rupees carelessly. And old flame, sweetheart, pen and ink in writing, lame excuse, false excuse, an iron will, strong determination, a Herculean task, a work which needs tremendous effort, to see pink elephants, to show courage, blind alley, unprofitable action, the heels of Achilles, the weak point in a person, kangaroo coat, unofficial coat, grist to one's mill, useful for one's purpose, open question, a question without any agreed answer, lump in the throat, a highly emotional state, all the go in fashion, all moonshine far from reality, Fabian policy, policy of cautious persistence, a fly in the ointment, a problem in a situation, a blind date, meeting with someone you do not know, mother wit, common sense, Helican days, happy and peaceful days, mad as a March hare, as mad as hare in spring, a grass widow, a woman whose husband is temporarily away from her, an olive branch, an offer of peace, to make a pile, to make a fortune, an old head on young shoulders, to be wise beyond one's years, elbow room, to give enough space to move or work in, to burn a hole in the pocket, money that is spent quickly, a lady's habit, riding dress of a lady, to run in the same groove, to advance in harmony, until and unless, under condition, slow and steady, slow but at continuous pace, to mind one's P's and Q's, to be very careful about one's behavior, ifs and buts, doubtful, ins and outs, full description, to rein cats and dogs, to rein heavily, do's and don'ts, rule for action specially in certain circumstances, bag and baggage with all belongings, pick holes in one's coat to find the fault, pin drop silence, unexpected peace, paradise on earth, a heaven on land, old as hills, very old, 9 days wonder, a short-lived glory, needle woman, a lady tailor, a nignog, a fool, much cry and little wool, disappointing outcomes, miss the mark, to fail, many men, many minds, as many persons, so many opinions, leave for, to depart, kiss the dust, to be humiliated, kiss the rod, accept the punishment, kick the bucket, to die. Itching palm, habit of taking bribe, itsy bitsy, very small, in the same boat, in the same condition, in the nick of time, just in time, in spite of, notwithstanding, in search of, in quest of, in short, in brief, in lieu of, in place of, in embroil, in underdeveloping stage, in deep waters, in great difficulties, in consideration of, due to, in addition to, along with, Himalayan blunder, a serious mistake, A green harm, an inexperienced person, a good egg, an excellent person, a golden opportunity, a very favorable chance, grassroots, initial stage, gibble gabble, a senseless chatter, a get rid of, to become free from time to time, sometimes, from sun to sun, between sunrise and sunset, for want of, short of, from A to Z, from beginning to end, for the sake of, for one's sake, a fairy tale, an incredible story, evergreen, be fresh always, even if, though, drop in the ocean, very insignificant amount, drop on one's knees, to bow, do or die, to make a final effort, to die in one's bed, to die during sickness, to die with one's boots on, to die during war, to dig one's grave, to bring one's rain, a dead silence, immense quietness, a damsel in dress, a helpless woman, cut one's coat according to one's clothes, to accommodate within the available means, commit suicide, to do self-murder, cold reception, a dry welcome, close fisted miser, by degrees, gradually, burst into tears, to weep heavily suddenly, a beauty sleep, to sleep before midnight, a wail of, to make use of, at sake, in danger, at case, easily, as soon as, no sooner, acquainted with, to meet someone. So, friends, these are our 539 idioms and phrases. So, you can learn these. Okay, thank you.